welcome to Library Hall. I'm your host, Cedar Dunn. So happy to see you here. Let's see what is in the bag this week on Library Hall. All right, here we go. First up, Simplicity at Home, Japanese Rituals, Something and Something. This book has been checked out so many times that it's actually worn out here. But you can tell by the cup of tea on the cover that we're going to be looking at Japanese delights. Oh, and just like I'm already relaxed. So this is just has like little recipes, preparing the house for winter. This is very much what I would call an aspirational kind of book where it's like, you know, you sort of look at this book and then you look around your own house and you go, maybe I'll just look at this book again and just feel like calmed by, the basket of mushrooms. You know what I mean? Like this is just that kind of soothing, or this person is making rice. Oh yeah, this will be cute. So, Simplicity at Home by Yumiko Sekine, founder of Fog Linen Work. It all sounds very soothing, doesn't it? Very beautiful Japanese vibes. All right, so that is the first one. Very exciting. What is next? Okay, something completely, totally different than that. It's called The Least of Us. This is, let me get it in the camera here. This is by Sam Quinones. I'll learn how to say that. True Tales of America and Hope in the Time of Fentanyl and Meth. Okay, so this book, I saw this featured somewhere. I think it's a little bit older now. It's not a brand new book, but it's from 2021, so it's not that old. So I'm curious about this because obviously there are so many issues right now in this country with drug abuse, and particularly here in Oregon where I live, we just are in the midst of almost a crisis level drug problem in our cities and in our homelessness population. So I'm hoping that this can give me some more information, at least from this author's perspective, on what's going on with drug abuse in this country. So this will be very interesting, and I look forward to reading this and reporting back to you on it. Okay, next up is this. Oh, okay. This is called Lost in Translation, an illustrated compendium of untranslatable words from around the world. This is by, who is this by? They always cover the Ella Francis Sanders. So this is one of those little, I love these little like charming books that you learn something. Maybe there's some beautiful artwork in it, and it's just, I'm just looking forward to this because it's words that mean a very specific thing in their language. And I love learning about words too. Like that's just fun. So, and I like these little drawings. So this will be a very nice little interesting read, which I'll share back with you on what I think. Okay, and then the last book in this haul is called Outrageous Openness. This is by Tasha Silver. This book was recommended by Christine Northrup in her book, The Wisdom of Menopause. And so this looks fun. It looks like little stories, little anecdotes about the divine in our lives. And I just love this kind of stuff. So this looks like something that will be very nice to read. So I will let you know what I think of it. All right. Thank you for joining me, and I look forward to reporting back on these books in the book report coming right up. Support Library Hall. Please like this video and subscribe to our channel. You can find links to the featured books in the video description or on our website, libraryhall.com. Our show gets a small commission when you buy books through these links. Yay and thank you. And yes, that is baby me enjoying a book. Hello and welcome to the book report. This is a very exciting library haul. These books were pretty pretty phenomenal. So I'm excited to go over them with you. Again, my name is Cedar Dunn. I'm your host, and all of the books featured today are available for purchase in the description of the video or at the website libraryhall.com. And if you purchase them through our links, you help keep our little show afloat. So thank you very much for that. All right, let's get started. The first book I want to talk about is Lost in Translation. So this little book right here, I have some things marked to share with you, was a charming little book, as I suspected. So basically, this woman picked words from languages around the world that have really interesting, very specific meanings. And she wrote a little, bit about that, and then she drew a little picture, and it's very charming. So I shall give you an example. In Malay, the noun is pisan zapra. I don't know if I'm saying this right, but it's the time needed to eat a banana. There's a specific word for that. Pisan zapra, the time to eat a banana. I mean, that's so, that's neat. I liked it. There's a word in Japan in Japanese called kimoribi, and it's the word meaning sunlight that filters through the leaves of the trees. I mean, everybody loves that. Everybody loves sunlight filtering through the leaves of a tree. And then they have this charming little drawing. I thought this was a sweet little book. I mean, it's very charming. I love learning about words and other languages, and I like charming little drawings. So this kind of checked all those boxes. I think the cover could have been a little more interesting. It's very sort of plain compared to what's on the inside, but charming little book. Yeah, very nice. Lost in Translation. Okay, the next book we're going to talk about is this book, Simplicity at Home. This book by Yumiko Sakine. She's the founder of Fog Linen Work. I looked up Fog Linen Work. It's this beautiful store, and they have a website where they sell beautiful linen items, and I think there's like pottery in there, but it's just like everything in this book is so dreamy. Actually, what I really liked about it was that she breaks it up into the 4 seasons, and she talks about her childhood in Japan, and she talks about the traditions that she grew up with and the things that she does. And she highlights, the things that they make at her shop and the things that she has collected from other places, and recipes and traditions, and just it was first of all, very beautiful photography, and it was just fun and interesting to read her description of her life in Japan and her passions. For example, hard carved wooden spoons. I mean, am I the only one who imagines a retirement that at least has one scene of me on a porch whittling a spoon? I mean, doesn't that just sound like kind of dreamy? Am I the only one? I mean, seriously, like just, she has recipes for bath salts and just all kinds of things. Beautiful vegetarian sushi. I mean, I enjoyed this book. It was just very nice and pleasing and calming, and the palettes were really nice. This is her capsule wardrobe of linens. I mean, it's all very aspirational, but I enjoyed it, and I learned a lot, and yeah, I highly recommend this book, Simplicity at Home. Very, very nice. Okay, this next book is called The Least of Us, by Sam Quinones, and this was an intense book. So this book was fascinating. This book was well written. this is the sort of book where you're getting he's going at a topic by several different in several different ways from many different perspectives, like what was going on historically, what's going on in small towns across America, what's going on with even just our biology and why we are so perceptive, why we're so, what's the word, why we're so easily addicted to things. um, and it's just it's a phenomenal book. The subtitle is True Tales of America and Hope in the Time of Fentanyl and Meth. And basically, fentanyl has again just been in the news a ton, because they find so much of it and because people are dying from it. So this book will explain to you the history of fentanyl, how it grew out of the opioid crisis, what fueled that, um, how Purdue was pushing doctors to prescribe Oxycontin back in the 80s, 90s, and then how China is introducing fentanyl and then is exporting it to Mexico, where they're making it and then bringing it up into our country. And he really, I mean, he's thorough. It's well researched, well documented. It's a fascinating read. I highly recommend this book. I mean, I think it's so interesting, and even I just learned a lot about like what is in these drugs that people are taking that are just causing them to go into such extreme psychosis and become homeless. I mean, it's just totally insane. And I could do a whole episode on just this book, and I would love to interview this author. I just think this book is that important. And I'm curious, this he wrote this in 2021. We're not that far removed from that. This problem seems to only be getting worse. So I think there's also a lot of hope in this book too, though I do want to mention that there's a lot of really beautiful stories of people in the United States coming together to help each other. And I might do a special episode on some of those because I just think they're so impressive. And this whole topic is fascinating to me. It's heartbreaking to me. And if you want to learn more, I really, really, really recommend The Least of Us. Really well written book. Fascinating. Um, okay. And now I want to end the episode with something different. This has been a real mix. I love my library halls to be just such a mix, and I love books of all different genres, as you can tell. And I just always feel really inspired by what people are writing and what I can glean and learn from the different books. And this one, Outrageous Openness, was such a treat. This is by Tasha Silver. And I I really got a lot of this book. First of all, this is a book which I kind of love because it's like different little stories. So each chapter is a different story, and it's just basically I don't want to, how would I describe it? It's just basically how to live with grace, how to kind of work on being in the flow of life instead of battling against it, how to be find peace in your heart and have a connection with your higher power. So it's just really it's lovely, but it's not very like it's not, I would say, overtly religious, if that's something that is concerning to you. It's more um I guess spiritual. But she just is a good writer. It's a lot of neat stories. And also, there was a really beautiful forgiveness ceremony in this, where she walks you step by step through how to forgive someone, and it involves, kind of the classic, like writing a letter and burning it and taking a bath, an Epsom salt bath, but I had never honestly just done anything like that step by step, and I had someone I really needed to forgive in my life, and I did the ceremony that she outlines in this, and it actually did make a difference. And it did help me, and had some, yeah, a kind of surprising shift for me. So I just think this is a beautiful book. I think it's very positive. It's if you need an uplifting read, if you need an entry point into how to connect to your higher power in a way that is not dogmatic, but very open and very kind and open hearted. And I think this book is really beautiful. So I highly recommend this book, Outrageous Openness, by Tasha Silver. absolutely lovely book. And this might be one that I buy and I pick it up every once in a while when I need just a hit of positivity and a hit of just love, divine love, and that feeling that I'm not alone, and that things can things can be beautiful on this planet, even when it feels like it's very hard and there's a lot of people suffering. So I really recommend that book. All right. Thank you so much for watching. I love doing this show and I hope you're enjoying watching it. And please do comment below. I'd love to hear your book recommendations. I'd love to hear if you've read this book, what you think, or if you're enjoying the books that I'm picking, anything and everything. And please subscribe and all the things and buy your books if you feel so called through my links to help. And thank you so much. And I appreciate you for watching. And I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day. Hey there! If you liked this video, please click the like button and subscribe to our channel. To support us, please use the links in the video description or at libraryhall.com to purchase the featured books. Thanks for watching!